B-2, Spirit vs. Zeon H-20, the battle for stealth supremacy. Imagine a dark sky over the Pacific. Two giant wings, both invisible, both carrying the deterrent of war. One is battle-tested. The other is still a whisper in government labs. Today we ask, which aircraft holds the true power? The B-2 Spirit, America's stealth king, or China's soon-to-be ghost in the skies, the H-20? Stick around, the answer may surprise you. Why this matters. Bombers aren't relics. They are symbols. Symbols of deterrence. Symbols of reach. When one side can rain precision warheads across continents while avoiding detection, the balance tips. In an age of missiles, stealth, and satellites, bombers still matter, because they carry both trophies and terrors. They can decide not just wars, but negotiations, alliances, and what nations believe is possible. And that's why the battle between B-2 and H-20 isn't just about jets, it's about power, belief, fear, future. B-2. Origins and capabilities. The B-2. Spirit was born in the cold arms race of the 1980s. In long halls lit by blueprint lamps, engineers sketched things no one had flown. A flying wing with no vertical tail, smooth edges, stealth materials, and a radar-defying shape. First flight in 1989. Operational in 1997. For more than 30 years, it's been part of the backbone of U.S. strategic air power. Its specs are awe-inspiring. 2 pilots, 4 turbofan engines, a wingspan of about 172 feet, and a length of around 69 feet. It can carry over 40,000 pounds of bombs, either conventional or nuclear. At altitude, its ceiling is roughly 50,000 feet. Its unrefueled range is about 6,000 nautical miles, approximately 9,600 kilometers. With in-air refueling, its reach becomes near global. And its stealth is not just shape. Coatings, sensors, tactics, flight crews all trained to maintain what makes it ghost-like. But all that power comes at a huge cost, in dollars, in maintenance, in risk. Still, it's battle-proven. Kosovo, Iraq, Afghanistan. The B-2 has flown missions few others could. Enter H-20. Vision, rumors, and speculation. Then there's the H-20, officially announced by China in 2016. Not much is confirmed, but what leaks there are spark both awe and skepticism. The H-20 is meant to be China's first strategic stealth bomber, designed to fly far beyond current limits. Flying wing or blended wing body design, stealth built in. Rumors whisper at least 8,500 kilometers range, maybe more. Payloads are speculated to be anywhere from 10 tons to 40-plus tons. Some analysts say it could threaten targets beyond the second island chain. Guam, Hawaii, maybe even further with tanker support. But these are projections. Concept art, state media, think tank reports. No one has yet stood underneath a confirmed, fully instrumented H-20. It may debut mid to late 2020s, it may not. What we do know, China is pushing hard. The deputy commander of the PLAAF said the H-20 is coming soon. They claim no technical bottlenecks. Observers are watching for first flight, prototype, stealth test, engine performance, etc. Side-by-side comparison. Let's put B-2 and H-20 side by side. Range. B-2 has about 9,600 kilometers without refuel. H-20 projected at least approximately 8,500 kilometers. Maybe more with tankers. Slight edge to B-2 for now, but H-20's fuel efficiency and design improvements could narrow that. Payload. B-2 carries approximately 18,000 kilograms, approximately 40,000 pounds. H-20's rumored payload ranges are wide. Lower bound maybe 10 tons, upper bound perhaps greater than 40 tons. If upper estimates hold, H-20 could outcarry B-2 in certain missions. Stealth. B-2's stealth tech is mature. Decades of operation, upgrades, known materials, chassis coatings, countermeasures. H-20's stealth is speculated. It may do well in radar avoidance, but details like infrared signature, engine exhaust management, and maintenance of radar-absorbing coatings under harsh use remain unknown. Sensors, avionics, crew experience. B-2 has real mission data, repeated testing, well-known limitations, and strengths. H-20 needs to catch up. Engines reliable at high altitude and long hours, sensor fusion, communications, EW, electronic warfare, resiliency, etc. Challenges and weaknesses. Now for the not-so-pretty truths. B-2 is aging, maintenance is expensive, stealth coatings are fragile, operating costs are huge, the number of B-2s is small, each sortie requires planning, support, fuel, and protection. The geopolitical environment is evolving, air defense systems are improving, as are radar nets, satellite surveillance, and sensors across various frequency bands. There's risk. H-20's wild cards, engines. China has powerful turbofans, but high reliability under stress, heat, altitude, etc. Stealth coatings. Can China maintain them at scale? Maintenance in salt air humidity pollution? Sensor suite. Does China have the same level of sensor fusion, SIGINT, EW, and data links? Also, how many H-20s will there be? What will be the operational readiness and political cost? When one of these crashes or is exposed, propaganda costs climb. Twist Yasui's surprise insights. Here's where things get interesting because some of what people take for granted may invert expectations. Surprise number 1. Despite being decades old, the B-2 may still retain stealth advantages in certain detection bands, especially lower frequency radar or certain IR sensors, simply because those counter-stealth advances are costly and slow. So in some real-world paths, B-2 might be harder to detect than H-20 early on. Surprise number 2. Payload isn't everything. A bomber that can carry more might be less stealthy. Bigger size, larger fuel tanks, heavier engines, thicker materials. If H-20 pushes for a heavy payload, it may trade off stealth, range, or detectability. Sometimes being smaller in signature and more precise counts more. Surprise number 3. Quantity and geography matter. China may field more H-20s if they solve scale and be able to operate from many bases nearer areas of interest within Asia-Pacific, meaning less refueling, faster turnaround, and asymmetric advantages. So, power isn't just about raw specs. It's about trade-offs, context, and technology maturity. Future scenarios. What might the skies look like in 2030 to 2035? Scenario A. H-20 enters service by 2032. China's fields may be dozens. With aerial refueling, modern sensors, and stealth, it is fairly good. The US may respond by accelerating the B-21 and renewing the B-2 upgrades. In Asia, US allies invest heavily in radar, anti-aircraft missiles, and satellites. Deterrence becomes more delicate. Any bomber mission is riskier. Scenario B, H-20 struggles. Engines suffer, stealth coatings fail, production slows, cost skyrockets. B-2 continues being upgraded. B-21 becomes the primary US stealth bomber. H-20 remains more symbolic than operational. Scenario C, some breakthrough. H-20 unveiling includes unexpected features. Hypersonic-capable weapons, improved stealth, advanced sensors, changing assumptions. This forces a new response. More passive/active sensors, directed energy systems, and stronger air defense networks. For the US side, maintaining bomber dominance means not just building more planes, but also investing in detection, radar, counter-stealth, cyber/space, etc. For China, it means not just having one plane, but sustaining a force, supporting infrastructure, training, and reliability. Human, strategic consequences. Beyond specs on paper, think human cost, strategic warning, fear, trust. For example, an H-20 overflight, real or rumored, could force poorer neighbors to buy air defense systems, shift alliances, increase tensions, and shift budget priorities. For pilots, operating stealth bombers is high stress, high risk. For civilians, potential targets, nuclear alarms, crises. Also, the arms race effect. As China pushes H-20, the US and its allies will respond. More detectors, interceptors, satellites. That raises cost, risk of accidents, of miscalculation, and of escalation. And maybe this. Power isn't just what you can drop from high altitude, but what you can hide, what you can avoid, what you can threaten without crossing lines. Stealth is as much psychological as physical. Conclusion. So, B-2 versus H-20. If you ask me today, B-2 wins on proven power, reliability, stealth. But H-20 is no harmless rumor. It might close the gap, maybe even overtake in some areas, but only if China nails the hidden ingredients: engines, stealth sustainment, sensors, maintenance. In the end, what counts most isn't just who has the biggest bomb load or the longest range, but who can use it well, who can endure, who can surprise. The bomber that wins may not be the one with the highest number on the paper, but the one who acts when it matters. Thank you for joining me in the skies today. If you found this eye-opening, hit like, share, subscribe. Because the race of the skies is one we all will hear about soon. Summary right now, B-2 has the advantage due to its proven capabilities. H-20 has the potential to be highly competitive or surpass in specific metrics, but there are many unknowns. The real power lies in not just the aircraft's specs, but in its maintenance, stealth integrity, sensors, upgrades, infrastructure, and strategic use.